What it do? It's your player partner Ziggy 2 times, and I'm here with the Motivational Monday. Of course, we're gonna say pound Motivational Monday. I always say that messed up. I always mess it up anyways. But we're here with you today with the Motivational Monday here in my studio. Y'all can't tell, but Motivational Monday, man, we'll give you a little bit of inspiration in your life. For y'all rappers, the producers, anybody that makes content, they out there trying to do anything with y'all life, man. I'm right here giving you some inspiration today, man, because that's what I do on Mondays. Um, Came across a story today. It's probably an old story. Everybody probably done heard about this before, but came across a story today that was real interesting, and it gives you the idea that you should never give up. I mean, we already know, 2 Chainz, first platinum song, 32 years old. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z was what, 27 when Reasonable Doubt dropped? 26 or something like that? Reasonable Doubt was what they say now by far is the best Jay-Z album in history. But at the time, 96, he was battling against Tupac, Biggie, Busta. It was a million other people, man. He didn't even get reviewed, didn't even get revered until nowish. But he didn't give up after that, after he didn't get the publicity that he was expecting. Reasonable Doubt just now really hit a multi-platinum level success. And that's what, 20 years later? 30 years later almost? Yeah, 20 years later? It's crazy. But anyways, the story that I heard about was about a Six-Toe Rodriguez. Six-Toe Rodriguez. They also called him Sugar Man Rodriguez. Y'all ain't never heard about this story, man. The man was a myth, was a legend in the last decade. The man ain't recorded a song since the 70s. Just to put some perspective on that, man. The man came out from Detroit, Michigan in 1977, made his debut album, The Sugar Man, and got no success from it. No success whatsoever here in America. In his hometown, Detroit, didn't even really get so much success with it. But after he went through all his ups and downs, quit doing music for a while, was working as a regular guy, he ended up getting bombarded by this documentary team from South Africa and Australia, respectively. And they told this man that, hey, that album that you made in the 70s was the soundtrack to a revolution in South Africa. 1999, my man's finally got prominence from this damn album he made in the 70s. That's 30 years of no recognition. That's 30 years of you having your music out there and you continuously making music and you putting everything that you can to blaze your trail and you get nothing out of it. 30 years of probably even making a song and forgetting that you made that shit and letting it sit on the back burner and let it collect that residual income, that royalty, whatever the heck he was getting off of it, and just not even remembering that that song even exists. But that's 30 years of it incubating in the minds and the hearts of people out there that actually cared about that song. That's 30 years of it gesticizing and churning and evolving in from just words on a page and words on a track that people forgot about here in the States to being words of the revolution in South Africa. It took 30 years for this damn album to even get to a point where it was even considered a gold standard. But my mans didn't even know this was going on. He had to get told by a documentary team and took him out to South Africa so that he could see that he was the Tupac of South Africa. 1999, my mans went out there. Or actually, I take that back. 2012 was when the documentary was made. 1999, this damn song was just gaining steam through South African Revolution. 2012 come around, this when the documentary team comes up to him and finds him. They go and take him out to South Africa. He has billboards all around like he Gucci Man or something. They tell him that we've already talked to a venue and we've sold out a stadium for you. A stadium. 50,000 people plus ready to hear this man's music. And he hasn't recorded a damn thing in 30 years. From 77 to 99. It's a long ass gap in time. Not only just a long gap in time for anybody an artist, but a long gap in time for you to even be considered relevant still. Just to put that out there. That story right there motivated the hell out of me, man, because it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you are actually in your situation. It doesn't matter what you got going on. It's never too late to start. The first thing you got to do is start, though. It's never too late. It don't matter how many people tell you, oh, man, your music garbage. It don't matter how old you are, man. People was telling Titty Boy his music was garbage back when he was still nothing but Titty Boy with the braids hanging out in the back of Ludacris's tour bus. But right now, he's 2 Chainz. And guess who he is? 2.8 million some odd followers on Instagram. 6 or 7 different multi-platinum singles. 3 multi-platinum albums, and he's only dropped 3 since he came out as 2 Chainz. My man's 40 years old now. He didn't even start till he was 32. Put some perspective in that, man. Don't let anybody kill your dreams just because they think you too. They think they're too old to do it, or they think that you might be too old to do it, or they don't think that you're going to gain enough steam and enough time to be relevant at the time that you wish to be relevant. It doesn't matter about all that. If you make what makes you happy, somebody else will find solstice in that. Somebody else will find the reference in their life to your music because you making what's making you happy. Don't never give that shit up. Don't give it up for nobody. That's what I got to say, man. Keep you on the beaten path, man. You know what I'm saying? Because any of us could be the next Saxto Rodriguez. Anybody could be the Sugar Man Rodriguez of this millennium. We could have millions of songs out here dropped, unheard. And 20 years down the line, these are the songs of a generation. So don't ever let nobody tell you to stop doing your music the way you feel like you need to do it, because the way you do it is how you want it to be felt. The way you do it is how you know that your fan base wants to be felt. Of course, unless you don't know your fan base, but then that's a whole other situation. But by all means, make sure you do not stop making music. If that's part of your passion, keep doing it. Don't stop. In the great infamous words of Diddy, can't stop, don't stop, won't stop. Straight up. And I'm still doing it. Just like the shirt say, boy. My bad, I didn't give you all my traditional uh, outro. So that's all I got to say for the day. Run that back. That's all I got to say for the day, guys. It's your blend partner, Ziggy 2 times, signing out. Y'all be good. Peace.